Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Wings of Wisdom listening audience and Virginia's virtual viewers. We are so excited that you are here today. I have Mr. Scott Forbes the third on this episode, and he is a financial coach. He's actually, on a personal note, my mentor, my coach. I joined TruLife Legacy Group, and I am grateful. True Legacy Group, and I am grateful to be a part of his team, the group. We just had a groundbreaking ceremony, and agents came from all over the country, and it was amazing. So he's been coaching me one-on-one because my life license and health license has been on simmer, but he's turning the flame up, and he's coaching me and giving me his expertise. And I am grateful to spotlight him. So give Virginia's virtual viewers a little backdrop on your bio and tell the audience why you embrace this industry and why you're so passionate about your mission.
Thank you so much, Ms. Virginia, for even having me on your platform. I love what you're doing, Wings of Wisdom. I think this is an awesome thing, not just for yourself, for the people to learn. I got into the industry, let me back up. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here. I'm Scott Forbes III, as Ms. Hall said, and it's a pleasure to talk to you all. I got into the financial industry about 10 years ago, between 10 and 11 years ago, and it's been one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life, just learning how money works. I got inspired to do so because this personal experience, just always wanting more. I'm very ambitious, and I just wanted to be successful because I figured if I'm in a great position myself, then I can position my family to be in a great position. And I'm all about family. So had a lot of personal experience learning, what my parents and family did before me, and just trying to figure out how I could build on the foundation in which they provided for me, So I'm all about being in great position to help others, really. Starting with my family. My dad always said, charity begins at home and spread abroad. And so that's what I've been on the journey doing for myself and helping people along the way. And it's been an awesome ride.
Wow, I am so excited to be connected with you, to be on the team. And I know your vision is actually to help small business owners as well as families and individuals. So when you're doing that, how does it differ from, the small business owner opposed to, a family or individual for that planning stage to build generational wealth?
Oh, yeah. So what I do is I customize based on the needs and want of the client. Everyone financial profile, as I call it, is different. So what the business owner may need may be different from what the individual that I'm dealing with or the family as a whole and what I'm dealing with. So I customize based on the needs and wants of the client and position them to obtain their short-term and long-term financial goal. Even if they don't know what it is, they'll be in position and prepared to do so, whatever they're trying to do.
Well, what are some ways how do you identify, those financial holes so that, they could actually build that safety net?
Right. So first thing I do is educate. I believe in education. People need to know what they have now and what's available for them to be in better positions. So that's the first thing I do is I educate. After I figure out what's going on, right? Then I tell them, I'm like a doctor. Before I diagnose you, I got to know what's going on with you first, right? So I collect their financial profile, okay, and figure out what's going on with their money, okay? And there's three phases that involve money. The first one is accumulation, okay? That's their income, how they acquire the money, accumulate the money. Then there's preservation. It's where I like to say, where they park their money, okay? And then there's distribution, okay? How the money is being distributed to them, Okay. And so what we want to do is we want to maximize all three. And I really deal with that preservation stage because everyone has what I call a financial bucket that has holes in it and it's leaking. And I want to identify what those holes are within the financial bucket. Taxes. We pay taxes on everything: federal taxes, state taxes, taxes on gas, taxes on food, tax. Second one would be interest, right? People have so many debt, they don't know what to do with it, but they're paying so much interest on debt. So I identify that. Opportunity costs. That's a lot. That's something that a lot of people don't know, how to earn the interest versus paying the interest. Okay. So I just kind of identify where they're losing money. And what I do is I provide them with the solution and where they can park their money better than what they're doing now, or show them a better way. And we help people, family members, business owners. We make it happen, But it all starts with education. We have to unbrainwash what we've been doing, doing something the same time and expecting different results. You know what they call that? Insanity. So we're trying to shift the perspective and the paradigm shift in the mentality, and make it happen for the people.
Yes. So when some people like place their money in a bank, I know that rate of return is not really good at all. Actually, it's probably the worst. So can you kind of emphasize on the importance of parking it in other vehicles?
Absolutely. Most people park their money in banks. That's how we were taught. Even in retirement accounts, that's how we were taught. But the banks specifically, since you mentioned them, yeah, it's not. Banks are good to pay bills. They were never created, honestly, to have savings. They make their money lending money out. Okay. So when we put our money within the banks, immediately that money is gone because they got to make money. Them holding on to the money, they don't make money that way. If you ever go to a bank and deposit 20,000, 30,000, in the bank, and to try to go back the next day or 2 days after to get your money, they're going to be asking you a whole bunch of questions, paperwork to fill out. They may not be able to give it to you right then and there because it's gone. They got to make money. So banks were never created for you to save your money there. That's why you get that low interest. And then when you go back to try to get a credit card or a loan, they charge you more interest, because that's how they make their money. So we show you how to be your own bank by parking it elsewhere.
Wow. Wings of wisdom, listening audience, Virginia's virtual viewers. Are you grabbing these golden nuggets? So, where is your money parked? Scott, also, can you share like some practical steps when you're trying to build wealth, but you're also trying to simultaneously or at the same time eliminate this debt? There's a process that you can kind of go through to do both of them and still create generational wealth.
Yes. Well, first you should contact Miss Virginia. You contact Miss Virginia, or you should contact me, because that's exactly what we do. We show people how to eliminate debt, and build generational wealth all at the same time. Okay, as you say, simultaneously. And so it's exactly what I said earlier. Education first. People need to know what's going on with their finances. You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know. They just go to work and just trust in what they're doing, the government and what the HR is telling them where to place their money. But they're setting themselves up for failure because they lack the knowledge and what they even currently have. You know what I mean? So it's important for us to educate them what they have currently, and then what we're able to do to position them. So again, I identify by collecting their financial profile after I've educated them to identify those holes within their financial bucket. And what we're doing is we are identifying inefficient funds. So the questions that I ask them, I say, are you sure you're going to have a great retirement, or do you have some doubt? And I wait for an answer. And most of the time, people look puzzled, like, I don't know. And then I ask, well, if I can show you how to get out of debt without spending any additional money, including your mortgage, in less than 9 years, is that a conversation that you would be willing to have? Most people are going to say yes because they have debt. Most people are going to say yes because they're not sure about what they're doing. They're not sure if they're going to have a great retirement. Okay. And that gives us the opportunity to educate them on what they have and then providing the solution. So we redirect those inefficient funds and we structure a plan for them according to their needs and their wants based on their short-term and long-term financial goal. We put them in position to obtain that so they can have a great retirement, so they can have an increase in their monthly and annual cash flow, right? And it has nothing to do with how much we can earn them on an interest rate. As you know, some of these financial advisors say, "Hey, give me that money, and I'll give you an average of 12% rate of return." It has nothing to do with that. That's putting the cart before the horse. We identify and show them how we can maximize their savings by protecting their money from taxes, from interest of the debt. Show them how they can reposition their money instead of overpaying on the minimums on their debts, taking that difference and structuring it into, as we like to call it, being your own bank, right? A lot of people are not knowledgeable about cash value life insurance. I just brought it up. There's a secret there. Okay. Cash value life insurance, right? That is the foundation of your financial home. Because the first thing it's going to do, number one, is going to protect your money, the money that you worked so hard for 30, 40 years. You worked so hard for $2 million on the average of an employee of lifetime income that people, $2 million, that money comes through their hands in their work career, but yet they have less than $60,000 within their retirement account. It's a problem. Our people need help. They need to know how to maximize the savings, the money that they accumulate. We're going to show them how they can maximize their savings by protecting it first before you earn any interest. You know, it's so much power in saving, you know, but people just didn't know where to put their money. So that's why the education piece is so important, because it debunks a lot of myths, or it adds perspective to things that they didn't know, you know. So that's where we come in, you know, and it's so important, you know, because we can change the trajectory of our lives and our family lives. And all it takes is just some applied knowledge. That's the wisdom, because if you don't apply it, obviously, you're just collecting information. But information applied, that's wisdom. So getting someone credible like yourself, Miss Hall, like myself, and we're here to help any and everyone that needs help. And 98% of the people are in debt. You know why? Because our country is in debt. And we have a debt clock that keeps going on and on and on and on. So we're here to help. We're here to help. If you want a better life, we're here to add to the quality of your life, not take away. Okay, we ain't take. This is money that you're already spending, that you're going out. We just redirecting it to your benefit, so you can have a great and better future, and so your family can have a great and better future. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did, over and over again. It's amazing. Now, Wings of Wisdom is built on biblical principles, and the word says, "My people perish because they lack in knowledge." So the
That's
knowledge, the resources, the tools is so valuable. And in Matthew 25, the 25th chapter, the 14th verse, it's kind of like a parable. The rich man gave his servants, bags of gold. He gave one
yeah.
five, he gave another two, then he gave another one. And the one that was diligent and knew how to make his money work for him, he was able to invest and double
Yeah.
that money. And then the other one only had 2 bags of gold, but he also was diligent and got the
Yeah.
tools, knowledge, resource, and invested and double his money. But that
Yes.
one that only had one, they wanted to hold on to it and wouldn't place it in any soil for it to produce.
Mm.
So sometimes when you hold on to just that little one, you're not really going to reap the benefits if you got the knowledge, tools, and resources where you too could flourish with just a little bit.
Amen.
So I love the parables. But tell me this: how important is it to diversify? And what it actually does that look like?
Well, I'll say this, because I only touched on protecting the money, right? So where you park your money is essential. That's going to determine what you have within the future. You're either going to pay now with your money, or you're going to pay later with your time. Okay, you're going to be working at a local Walmart. So parking your money and being your own bank, you're protecting the money, right? Other value that it brings, the plans that we do, is that you're able to earn interest that compounds uninterrupted. Okay, so there's no interruption, right? We put you in plans that give you a guaranteed rate of return or just the gains of the market. You never lose. Warren Buffett said, rule number one, never lose any money. Rule number two, remember rule number one, never lose money. People have their money in stock market, and I'm not bashing the stock market. People who make money from it, that's cool, but you got to understand the risk, because in investments, they all have risk, you know? But I want to position my money to where I don't lose any money. Okay. And then there's a thing called using other people's money. A lot of people don't know about that. See, we're so trained to use our money and pay cash for everything. Okay. We pay cash to pay debt down. We pay cash to pay on trips and things like that. But as you know, Ms. Hall, we show people how to use their money 2 to 3 times. Okay. But it all depends on where you park your money. So when you park your money into the structured plans that we have, you're able to collateralize or get a line of credit to use other people's money to make you more money. So when you do invest, first of all, never use your own money to invest. Okay. Most people go to the bank to get loans and things like that. Some investors that go to the banks to get loans to use other people's money to make them more money. Okay. That's one way of doing it. But the better way, in my opinion, is to be your own bank, okay, and use the money that you have within your bank using the insurance company, since we're talking about cash value life insurance, to make you more money. But our people, we like liabilities. We like to buy stuff that don't make us any money. We like the flashy things, which is cool, but it's a way of doing it, okay? So use other people's money to invest in assets, and then allow the money that you make from assets to purchase those nice things that you like, versus you using your own money, because then you have to pay later for your time because you have nothing saved for your future self 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line. So it's cool to have the nice stuff if that's what you want to do, but we'll teach you the smarter and wiser way of doing it. So that way you don't have to pay later on. You know what I mean? So yeah. You want to protect the money first and then grow the money. Get the money, protect the money, then grow the money. And that's pretty much what we position you to do, to have a great future. And then you just apply that knowledge to your family, and we up and running. We up and running from that point on.
Wow, you got to get the money, protect the money, and grow the money. Are you getting the knowledge
Yes.
that is being dropped today. Wings of wisdom, listening audience, and Virginia's virtual viewers. I got just a few more little questions for you here.
Yeah.
With the economical uncertainties that we're facing today, what advice would you give to those who feel like anxious about, they always say, wow, this political environment, they want to hold on to their nuggets, they're really afraid. It's really fear.
Hmm.
But what advice would you tell someone who is truly uncertain, and they're saying because of the economic economy that we have today?
Yeah. I mean, I'm big on position. Being in position is being prepared for whatever is to come, you know? So really you got to deal with your own mindset and figure out why you continue to procrastinate year after year, not getting serious about your finances. Why do you procrastinate year after year, trusting the government or trusting your job and your retirement? And you see the people who retire before you, they're not, if that's something you want to model yourself after, then continue to do what you're doing, but you need to be in position. You need to be prepared to no matter what, but you got to get the mentality first. And I think our people mindsets, they keep us distracted. But it's really no excuse because at the end of the day, we are who we choose to be, you know? So if your life depends on it, what you going to do? My advice would to contact you, to contact me, because on this side, it takes money just to do about everything. So we know that we need money to do what we need to do. And the first thing you need to do when you make the money is what I just said, protect the money. And then we'll show you how to grow the money the wise way. And we'll position you to have a great financial future, you know? And the last thing I would say, don't worry about stuff you don't have no control over. Focus on what you do have control over. Okay. And it starts with the mindset and choosing to do stuff, to put yourself in position. So that's what I would advise. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the stuff that you have no control over. But what you do have control over is your life, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So we got to be better. We got to be better within ourselves. We got to be better stewards over our money. We got to be better stewards over our lives. Especially parents. You know what I mean? Um, we got to be better. You know what I mean? Stop procrastinating. Your kids are depending on you. They're watching you. They're seeing every move that you make. And I get it. It's challenging, but that's what it's supposed to do. Growth is uncomfortable. Everybody want to be so comfortable. Growth comes from being uncomfortable. Push yourself. Make it happen. Encourage yourself. Do what you got to do. You know, be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, but you got to make something happen, and it takes action to do it. You know, so you one choice, one decision away to making that happen, and don't ever give up.
Don't ever give up. So mindset is the initial key. Putting the strategies in place is the secondary key. And then execution, having that action plan, is
Mhm.
the third
Yes.
principle that you want to move on. So it's powerful. It's like a wheel when you actually can see it and make it work. And you have the experts who have the expertise, they have the knowledge, they have the resources, they have the tools
Yes.
that they can assist you on moving. It's like a chess game. What's
Yes.
your next best move?
Yes.
What you're working with, because everybody has a specific individual plan. So
Yes.
it's powerful when it all come together, and you can run your race and you can win with
Yes.
what you have. But
Yes.
it's a strategy and it's an execution plan in order to do that.
Amen.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to ask one last golden nugget. If you could impart like a crucial piece of financial wisdom that everyone should embrace, like today, what piece of advice would you give someone that's crucial. If they're like nonchalant, they don't know what to do. What advice would you drop on them?
I'll just piggyback what I just said. You got to get serious. You got to get serious. As you said, there's so many things that are going on around us. You gotta get serious about your life. I just think people are just not as serious as they should be about their lives. I think we take a lot for granted. You know, we procrastinate too much. And we need to get serious about our lives. We need to get serious about executing the knowledge in which before us. That's why what you do, Miss Virginia, is so important. That's why what I do is what we do collectively is so important, to keep talking to the people. We are brainwashed out here. This money or economic thing, it's like real live Monopoly. Okay. Everybody, for the most part, has played Monopoly. We are playing Monopoly in real life. But you cannot be successful in life if you don't know the rules of the game. All of this economic. It's a game. Money. It's a game. It's a game. But most people don't know the rules. But they're not even eager to learn the rules to actually win in this game. You see, because they're not serious about it.
Yeah.
So we got to get serious about it. But those that are serious, those that are ready, those that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, those that do not want to be in the same position of the people that has retired before them, those that want to keep most of their money, to have a better life currently and in the future, who want to have that change within their family, and just change the pattern and have a paradigm shift. If you are ready, I would urge you to contact Ms. Hall, contact me. We will help you and put you in position to win in this game.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies, gentlemen, girls and boys, now is the time to share on your electronic toys. Are you ready to get in the game? Are you ready to position yourself so that you can win the game, and not only win the game for yourself, but it's like the Olympics that we just seen. Are you ready to have a relay race where you can pass the baton so that next generation will have a leap so that they can run their race too, so that they too can soar on their own wings of wisdom? Wings of Wisdom is here for those individuals who don't know what to do and they need an expert. And we bring experts on so experts can help you with their expertise. They've been down the pathway. They know the way. They have the tools. They have the knowledge. They have the resources. All you have to do is get in the blueprint, set up your own specific strategy, and have an action plan so that you too can soar on your own wings of wisdom. I'm grateful for you, Mr. Scott Forbes III. Grateful to be on your team. True Legacy has been a blessing to me. Your one-on-one coaching is superb. I'm grateful to be alongside of you now. And I'm grateful that my life license, health license, has the flames up on it, because I want to be walking in your shoes and be the expert for those individuals who need the information. So how can they reach you? I have Scott at ctifsolutions.com. Is there any other information you want to give them where they can reach you?
Yes. So what you have is my email, but if they simply go to Scott Forbes the third, that's 3 lowercase i's.com. Scott Forbes the third, 3 lowercase i's.com. They'll have all my information there to where they can contact me, all my social media, email, website, the whole nine. That's how you can be able to contact me. So that's Scott Forbes, like the magazine, Forbes, 3 lowercase i's.com, and I'll be sure to reach back out to you.
Okay. Wings of Wisdom listening audience, we are so excited that you were able to lean in. So lean in, catch the replay, share the broadcast, And we hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And we'll see you next time on the next episode. And we're so grateful that you were here. Have a wonderful day.